on your David Graham Sports Report.
The News Sports Report is brought to you by Mosier & Son Construction, Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue, Cash Express and Pond in the Old Whiteway Shopping Center, Kirk Pierce Construction. Ask about the USDA grant for senior citizens today. Mosier's Amazing Grace Car Wash and Detail. Cumberland Gap Medical. Ask about our sports physicals and how to make online payments. If it's high school, middle school, Dixie youth football, soccer, basketball, elementary school, and more. If it's local, it's on the program. And now, on with the show.
You're watching David Graham Sports Report!
Hello everyone, welcome to the News Sports Report exclusively on your YouTube channel. This News Sports Report is brought to you by Kirk Pierce Construction, Cumberland Gap Medical, Bob's Merchandise, Cash Express and Pond, Mosier & Son Construction, AM Electrical, Southern Contractors, Better Call Kevin, Honeybee Video Transfer, Mosier's Amazing Grace Car Wash and Detail. And we want to say if you'd like to advertise on the show, just either text me or Sharon at 423-912-2005 or 423-912-6803.
100%. Kirk and his team completely brought my vision to life of my dream kitchen. Oh, Kirk and his team were here the day that he told me that he would be here, the time of day he told me he would be here, and they stayed until it was finished and paid a lot of attention to detail, which was important to me.
And that was another satisfied customer of Kirk Pierce Construction. Amanda Brown and Cumberland Gap Medical reminds us your season starts here.
Well, all a patient needs to do is come in and sign in on the schedule, and a sports physical doesn't even take 15 minutes. We listen to the heart rate, we listen to the lungs, we make sure that all the joints are working well, and of course we've got to be sure we've got good vision if we're going to be playing sports. So we do all of that, and you're in and out in 15 minutes.
Call for an appointment today at 423-201-9799. There's a huge clearance sale going on right now at Cash Express and Pond in the Old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Tools, musical instruments, iPhones, cameras, and much, much more, all on sale right now at Cash Express and Pond. Wow. Be sure to apply for your prepaid Visa debit card while you're there. You never know what you'll find at Cash Express and Pond in the Old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Stop by and see us today, 423-494-7053. Buying online versus buying in person. When buying online, you're not sure. You're frustrated and forget about a quick refund. Why go through all that when you can go in, browse and find exactly what you want at Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue? Tell them, William.
If you're gonna buy an instrument, you want to see how it feels and how it sounds like in your hands, or if it's heavy or not, and just how much you like it, because online you can't see every little bit of it and you can't hear it either.
That's Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, here in La Follette, 423-566-1031. In high school, in football, on a rainy night, they were trying to orange the place out for little Jack, though it wasn't ideal weather for football in which to do so. The entire community has taken little Jack in as their own, it seems, which is a good thing. You knew head coach Justin Price's thoughts may have been on him. He still had a football game to coach and hopefully win. The Cougars had to depend on some things that they normally don't depend on in order to win this game. Defense and a running game. That's what wanted for Justin Price and his Cougars football team last Friday night. On a dreary, damp night, the Cougars mustered everything they had to get through this game, knowing their head coach's mind was maybe somewhere else. But from our 18-yard line, starting quarterback Hunter White found Devlin Dukes Out on the left side, he caught a pass, made a nifty little spin move, and scored our first TD to go up 7-0. Late in the fourth quarter, Hunter dropped back and again found Devlin Dukes for another score on a 37-yard TD pass to go up 14-0 and seal the deal. Damon Siebert, the hitman, was huge not only on defense but in spelling C.J. Allen at running back, and I gotta say, our defensive line, led by Big Javen McCulley, was big all night long and did not allow any fighting cocks to operate. Pretty much took the fight out of them. So you couldn't call them fighting cocks on last Friday night. Now next week the Cougars will play at Carter while Cocke County is at Northview Academy. In other region scores, Powell beat Greenville Thursday night 19-17. It was Hardin Valley over Oak Ridge 13-6 in a tough ball game down there. Walker Valley beat Carnes 42-40 in a slugfest, and AC beat Clinton 26-0. And again, Campbell County beat Cocke County 14-0. In other area scores, Cherokee beat Union County 14-6. It was Claiborne over Pigeon Forge 28-20. Coalfield beat Wartburg Central 18-12. Dobbins Bennett beat Tennessee High 33-13. Granger beat Cumberland Gap 43-19. Jefferson won over Sevier County 53-16. Knox Catholic beat Chucky Doak 48-0. And the state champion Knox Central beat Cleveland 51-20. Knox Halls beat Gibbs 32-21. Knox Webb beat Austin East in a defensive battle here 3-0. Maryville beat William Blunt 42-0. And the Battle of the Morristowns, Morristown West beat Morristown East 23-19. Oneida beat Oliver Springs 26-20. And Scott beat Cumberland County 42-6. Now up north, opening night for Brent Peel in his first edition of the Blue Devil football team, and the Yellow Jackets of Williamsburg came buzzing in to hopes to spoil his debut, and they did just that. Brent didn't have enough bodies to match up with Williamsburg, and it showed on the scoreboard. We'll just say that Williamsburg won, Jellicoe lost, and they'll move on. Now up next, they're home Friday against Oakdale, who lost at Pickett County 16-8. And other scores from Jellicoe's region, which is Region 1, Class 1A, here they are. Happy Valley beat Cloudland 19-6. Cosby beat Hancock County 26-20. And of course, Williamsburg beat Jellicoe 42-0. And Unica, they had an open date, so they're in first place in the district or in the region right now. But you know what? We got a few more games to play. And we'll have more sports right after this. There's a name that is rapidly becoming a name you can trust. Kirk Pierce Construction is becoming a company that shows up on time, finishes the job on time, and just the way you want it. Whatever your home improvement project, call on Kirk Pierce Construction today, making your vision come true. That's exactly what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Call today, 423-912-4280. Or 423-907-2439. There's a huge clearance sale going on right now at Cash Express and Pond in the old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Tools, musical instruments, iPhones, cameras, and much, much more, all on sale right now at Cash Express and Pond. Be sure to apply for your prepaid Visa debit card while you're there. You never know what you'll find at Cash Express and Pond in the old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Stop by and see us today, 423-494-7053. Better call Kevin. Better call Kevin. Amanda Brown and Cumberland Gap Medical reminds us your season starts here.
Well, all a patient needs to do is come in and sign in on the schedule, and a sports physical doesn't even take 15 minutes. We listen to the heart rate, we listen to the lungs, we make sure that all the joints are working well, and of course we've got to be sure we've got good vision if we're going to be playing sports. So we do all of that, and you're in and out in 15 minutes.
Call for an appointment today at 423-201-9799. Is your home safe? Here are the top 5 causes of electrical fires in the home. Faulty outlets, appliances, light fixtures, extension cords, space heaters, outdated wiring. When's the last time you had your wiring checked in your home by a professional? One called AM Electrical Services LLC can put your mind at ease. Call them right now at 423-907-4251 or 423-494-4280. Don't wait another day. Call AM Electrical Services LLC right now. Look for AM on Facebook. Okay, let's stay up north. Another first-year coach, I do believe, Angie Serber, who now coaches the Lady Blue Devils volleyball team along with Katie Johnson. They opened up at home Monday night against Macquarie County, and we're sad to report we lost 2 of the 3 matches. First match, we were no match for the Lady Raiders of Macquarie County as we lost 25-16. Now, this is a JV game. We seemed to struggle executing and made a lot of mistakes in this match. And the next one we lost, that one too, 25-11. But in the final match, our girls, they got tough. They sucked it up. They tried, and even though they were shorthanded, they mustered up some game, and they won the final match, final frame, in a very exciting match, 25-22, to redeem themselves a little bit. They're young, and like I said, they're going to play some Ironman volleyball up at Jellicoe High School, but you know what? Sometimes you do what you got to do. The Lady Cougars volleyball team played at Heritage this past Thursday. They lost, but according to Coach Renee, they played really well for their first game of the season. She was pleased with their play, their hustle, the way they attacked. And they traveled to Oak Ridge on the 27th at Oak Ridge. That's why I said they traveled. And they won't play at home until Thursday, August 29th, when they host Bearden. Start time is set for 5 p.m. with the JV going at it. And we'll be there for that one. And did you know, I don't know if you know this or not, I show up for both JV and varsity games when I'm covering volleyball or basketball. And you know why I do that? I do that because I'm going to post these pictures on Facebook, and I know parents, grandparents, friends, family members, they love to copy those pictures, and they want to see their JV kids who don't get to play varsity, and that's why I show up for the JV games. So, now, if you're on Facebook, just simply look up David, the letter N, Sharon Graham. Just look me up and copy all the photos you want, and tell your friends just a little extra something from your friends at the Sports Report. We love our kids, and we love to promote them upright. I post them, you go copy them. And we shall return right after this. Save those precious memories to a high-quality DVD today. Call Honeybee at WLAF right now at 423-437-1437 and let her save those memories you have on VHS tape to a DVD that will last beyond your lifetime for family members to enjoy for years to come. 423-437-1437. Better call Kevin. Better call Kevin. Amanda Brown and Cumberland Gap Medical reminds us your season starts here.
Well, all a patient needs to do is come in and sign in on the schedule, and a sports physical doesn't even take 15 minutes. We listen to the heart rate, we listen to the lungs, we make sure that all the joints are working well, and of course we've got to be sure we've got good vision if we're going to be playing sports. So we do all of that, and you're in and out in 15 minutes.
Call for an appointment today at 423-201-9799. Buying online versus buying in person. When buying online, you're not sure, you're frustrated, and forget about a quick refund. Why go through all that when you can go in, browse, and find exactly what you want at Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue? Tell them, William.
If you're gonna buy an instrument, you want to see how it feels and how it sounds like in your hands, or if it's heavy or not, and just how much you like it, because online you can't see every little bit of it and you can't hear it either.
That's Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, here in La Follette, 423-566-1031.
You're watching Navy Grand Sports Report!
In middle school football, La Follette Middle School, Tony Browner and his 2019 Owls opened up at home against our neighbors to the east, the Panthers of Cumberland Gap. And I must say, we didn't look very good against the Panthers. They came out running the ball very effectively, and we couldn't wrap up, we couldn't tackle, and that's always a bad thing. Good running backs and a bad tackler don't mix. We lost 42-0. I left before the game was over, though. The Owls will struggle, as they lost a lot from last year. They lost a lot of firepower, and they may not even make the playoffs if they win a game this year. But you know what? We're still rooting for them, and we hope for the best for them. They have a bye next week. Maybe they can work on their tackling. Jacksboro Middle School, they were at Eagleton, and it ended up that Jacksboro had 8-0, but it wasn't a complete game, and no word on whether or not they'll make it up or not. So we're just going to call it a Jacksboro Eagles win at 8-0 and go from there. We do know they will be on the road again next week at Rutledge. So Jacksboro's got 2 tough tests right off the bat before they play at home. Turning our attention to volleyball, La Follette Middle School was at home Tuesday night. The Tim Reed Taylor dynasty begins as Greg Vincent stepped down as head coach of the Lady Owls, and Tim Reed Taylor takes his place. Of course, you may remember Tim Reed of Lady Cougar volleyball fame. A great player, and hopefully she can impart some of that wisdom she has into these young Lady Owls. We talked with new head coach Tim Reed Taylor, and we got her thoughts on the young season so far and her impressions of being a head coach.
Tim Reed Taylor, first-year coach at La Follette Middle School. Now, Tim Reed, you've been into how many games, 2 or 3 this year?
We've had 2 games and 1 scrimmage.
So how's it been going so far?
It's been going good. The girls are young, so they're still learning. We're still very early on into the season. They are playing well together as a team. The teams we have been playing have been taller, bigger, and they are aggressive servers.
And they're probably older, aren't they?
They are older for the most part. I mainly have 7th graders out there on the court right now.
Yeah.
Some of them have never played, the girls that I have on my team this year, but they are working hard and doing what they can.
So now, on your part, how's it been working out for you? I mean, this is your first year, and what are your thoughts on?
It's been going really well. It was rough and rocky in the beginning, especially getting such a late start, and kind of like not knowing what I was going into once I'm here. But it's definitely a lot different being on the coach's side versus on the playing side, like I'm used to.
Now, they lost to an older Lady Elks team in the best 2 out of 3 games, including JV, of course. Nancy Douglas, who coaches just about everything up there, out-subbed Tim Reed, and according to Tim Reed, they got out-served as well. She used her JV to rest her varsity at certain points in each game, and that was your biggest difference. That's what I saw. The young Lady Owls showed me something, though. When they can play together, they can compete. They were at Jacksboro Middle School the following Thursday, and the very young Lady Owls lost 3 straight sets down there as the Lady Eagles of Jacksboro swept them. They're not as young as the Lady Owls. Also, they have a few more players, so that means a deeper bench for head coach Lance Depew. They will play at Wynn Monday night. And turning our attention to middle school soccer, our Campbell County United team played at Horace Maynard this past Monday. At the end of regulation, again, our girls were all tied up at 4-all. So, we went into penalty kicks, or as I lovingly call them, shootout. Our team was able to score 4 big penalty kicks to Horace Maynard's 1, thanks in large part to backup goalie Jordan Asher, who only allowed 1 goal, while teammates Addie Beatty, Casey Clark, and Meredith Bell and Harley Smith scored to win the game the second time. This is the second time we've won in OT, or whatever they want to call it in soccer, but I call it great that the girls are coming together. And you know what? You learn a lot more winning close games than you do in a blowout. You don't learn nothing in a blowout. But now they won't play again until September the 7th in a jamboree, and we'll have more on that later on. I want to thank head coach Dusty Davis for the info, though. Buying online versus buying in person. When buying online, you're not sure, you're frustrated, and forget about a quick refund. Why go through all that when you can go in, browse, and find exactly what you want at Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue? Tell them, William.
If you're gonna buy an instrument, you want to see how it feels and how it sounds like in your hands, or if it's heavy or not, and just how much you like it, because online you can't see every little bit of it and you can't hear it either.
That's Bob's Merchandise, 128 Nevada Avenue, here in La Follette, 423-566-1031. Amanda Brown and Cumberland Gap Medical reminds us your season starts here.
Well, all a patient needs to do is come in and sign in on the schedule, and a sports physical doesn't even take 15 minutes. We listen to the heart rate, we listen to the lungs, we make sure that all the joints are working well, and of course we've got to be sure we've got good vision if we're going to be playing sports. So we do all of that, and you're in and out in 15 minutes.
Call for an appointment today at 423-201-9799. There's a huge clearance sale going on right now at Cash Express and Pond in the old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Tools, musical instruments, iPhones, cameras, and much, much more, all on sale right now at Cash Express and Pond. Wow. Be sure to apply for your prepaid Visa debit card while you're there. You never know what you'll find at Cash Express and Pond in the old Whiteway Plaza next to Long John Silver's A&W on Jacksboro Pike. Stop by and see us today, 423-494-7053. There's a name that is rapidly becoming a name you can trust. Kirk Pierce Construction is becoming a company that shows up on time, finishes the job on time, and just the way you want it. Whatever your home improvement project, call on Kirk Pierce Construction today, making your vision come true. That's exactly what we do at Kirk Pierce Construction. Call today, 423-912-4280 or 423-907-2439.
You're watching David Graham's Sports Report.
Thank you, Jalen.
You're welcome. You're watching David Graham's Sports Report.
Let's practice one time. Here we go. In 5. Okay. We have a late comer here. Okay. Go ahead. In 5, 4, 3. Oh my God. Let's do it one more time. All together now. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's close enough.
In Campbell County Youth Football League, Cougars at Harrogate. Here's the report. JV Hoppers, oh what a wild game this one was. We won in a wild back and forth game, 34-22 over Cumberland Gap. Some of the highlights: we recovered 3 fumbles, but we also gave away 3 fumbles. But little Dylan Robbins, a quarterback, he scored his first ever touchdown, and Nancy Slaybeck, yep, I said Nancy, a girl, scored her first touchdown, but it was called back on a holding penalty. But you know what, in my book, she still outran all those boys for a 35-yard TD. Good job. Dylan Robbins connected to Jordan Slaybeck on a passing touchdown, which is very rare to have at that JV level. If you ever played JV football, you don't know how to pass, but these little guys do. And Jordan Slaybeck, along with Grayson Williams, was in their normal beast mode, causing all kinds of havoc in the backfield from their defensive positions. And Grayson scored 2 touchdowns on offense, while Jordan had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Grayson recovered 2 fumbles and Jordan recovered the other. So great job, JV Hoppers. So a great, not so great day, but hey, it's still a win, and the JV Hoppers are now unbeaten and untied at 3-0. All right, to the Hoppers. They got an automatic win because Cumberland Gap wasn't able to field the Hoppers team, so they got a bye. So they are now 2-1 on the young season, and now for the Cutters. It's a long story, okay? our Cutters had several players get injured, and Gavin Petrie had to be carted off into an ambulance. But hey, he was released later on, and they said he had a neck stinger, and he's gonna be fine. And we had to play though without any subs for the entire second half of the game. The Cutters had 3 hoppers playing with them, so they could keep 11 players on the field. And through all the injuries we couldn't ever find the end zone, but we also did not allow any points in the second half, and we ended up losing 18-0. But again, I want to say this, Cutters played their hearts out though. All those injuries, and for them not to allow any points after halftime, being down 11 players and 3 of those players being hoppers, was incredibly inspiring. And all I gotta say is wait till they all get healed up and are back to full strength. Look out. We want to thank William Criswell for the updates. He always gives me the updates every Sunday, and William, we thank you, sir. Alright, again, we want to thank you for watching David Graham's News Sports Report right here on YouTube. We want you to go out and see our sponsors, and they are Kirk Pierce Construction, Cumberland Gap Medical. Hey, check on their sports physicals. Your season's about to start up. You better go up and see the folks up there at Cumberland Gap Medical, and they can come out to your location and do sports physicals. Bob's Merchandise on Nevada Avenue. Go up and see what Bob's got in store, in his store, in stock. Cash Express and Pond, Moser and Son Construction, AM Electrical, Southern Contractors. Hey, you better call Kevin. Got a leaky roof or whatever? Call Kevin. Honeybee Video Transfer, and Moser's Amazing Grace Car Wash and Detail. And we want to tell you too, if you'd like to advertise on the show, just either text me or Sharon at 423-912-2005 or 423-912-6803. But next time you're out and about, stop by and thank these guys, these sponsors, for helping me do what I do. And what I do is promote your babies in athletic competition. And that's going to close down this week's edition of David Graham's News Sports Report. Good Lord willing, we'll see you in here next week. All right? Okay. Bye-bye.